Hey guys, my name is Matsumo, and did you know that in Rainbow Six Siege, you can kill your enemy by kicking them in the face? Some of you are thinking right now, this is the most ridiculous thing you have ever said. What the hell are you talking about? Well, if you rappel up a wall and then you try to breach through a window, if an enemy is standing in said window and for whatever reason they don't shoot at you, as soon as you make contact, you will kill them instantaneously. Some of you might be thinking, oh, you're just hitting your knife button at the last second. It even says in the top right corner that you killed them with the knife. You're gonna have to take my word on this or just try it out yourself. I'm not hitting any key after I start the breaching process, and you do take them out by essentially kicking them in the face. Realistically, there is no way that you're gonna be able to do this consistently or ever in a normal match. The only way that I could see it maybe being a possibility is if you either come across someone who is completely oblivious, someone who maybe doesn't even have their headset on, so they don't hear the loud noises of you repelling and then breaching through a window. That's one way. Or someone for whatever reason on defense isn't staring out the windows themselves. Or if you place a breaching charge and you do the breaching charge trick where you detonate the breaching charge and then as you fly on through half a second later, then you kick the enemy that is directly behind it. The problem with that though is that usually the breaching charge will kill the enemy in the process. And so just in general, the likelihood of you being able to pull this off in a normal game are slim to none. Like, it's just not gonna happen, but it is a possibility. I love the fact the developers added a mechanic like this because while the likelihood is very small, if you're able to pull it off, you are going to feel like a badass. Another thing I don't think many people know about in Rainbow Six Siege is that there is a secret sniper hole on House. Here is me freaking out when I first realized that the enemy was shooting me through a wall that I didn't realize could be open. And so if you ever knew that an enemy was roaming around the kitchen area near the stairs that makes their way down to the basements, but you never really had an easy shot on them, one way to kind of get a cheeky kill and completely catch them by surprise is to throw a grenade by this gigantic closet furniture thing. As soon as it blows up, it doesn't even really need to be that close. You don't even need to have it like directly on it. The grenade will take it out, or you could use Ash's grenade launcher to also dispose of it, and it will just disappear completely. It gives you a nice line of sight of the main staircase, this back staircase, and a fair amount of this side kitchen. No one realizes that this is a possibility right now. Like, I cannot tell you how many free kills I've been able to secure this way because no one expects it right now. I don't know if this is going to become a normal tactic in the future once people kind of realize that this is a possibility, but if you've ever wanted to take someone out who was kind of roaming around this area, this is a really cheeky way to catch them by surprise. The next little tip that I have for you revolves around Fuse's gadget. Did you know that it's somewhat reliable in how it sprays its balls or its grenades into a room? Every time that you plant this on a wall, the grenade is always first going to go to the right and then make its way over to the left. And so if you know an enemy is on the right-hand side of the room because you just scouted it half a second ago, and you also want to make sure that that first grenade lands at the enemy's feet so they don't have the opportunity to run away, just place the gadget on the wall like you would normally, and that first grenade is going to fly on over to the right. Now, if the enemy is on the left-hand side, all you have to do is repel, kind of do the reversal, so now you're doing kind of the whole Spider-Man maneuver, and because the gadget is based off of the direction that your character is facing, the direction that Fuse is facing, now the ball is now going to go into that direction. It always goes to the right of where you're facing when you place it on the wall. This also works really nicely when you're playing on defense. Like, knowledge goes both ways here. If you know he's about to plant his gadget on a window, you can hopefully use this knowledge to run away to safety. Will this be the biggest game changer in Rainbow Six Siege? Probably not. But if you are playing it smart and you're scouting at a room, you can get more reliable kills, or if you are on the receiving end, hopefully you're not going to get taken out by this very annoying gadget. And then the final tip that I have for you guys today is that if you're ever falling from one story down to the other, let's say you opened up one of the trap doors and you're making your way down to the basements, if you've ever wanted to be silent in those situations because you didn't want the enemy to know that you were there, try going prone. If you do it normally and you just stand and you drop on down, you make a lot of noise. It's very obvious that you just dropped on down, but for some reason, when you go prone, it doesn't make that sound. I'm not exactly sure if this was intentional by the developers. I have a seeping suspicion that in the future, they are going to patch it. Or maybe this was a game mechanic that they wanted to add into the game. I'm not exactly sure. It doesn't make any sense. But if you're ever in a situation where you know an enemy is directly above you, don't always rely on the fact that they're gonna make a lot of noise when they do finally jump down to take you out. There's been a lot of situations where I've died because I knew an enemy was above me. I kind of roamed around a little bit thinking that I was gonna be able to hear them drop on down, but because they used this tactic, they were able to get that sneaky kill off on me. But yeah, guys, that is about it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you have any tactics or there's something in the game that not a lot of people know about. I'm always learning things new every day, and so if there's something that I don't know or you don't think many people realize, let everyone know down below. But yep, until tomorrow, have a good one and take it easy.